Hi, this is the second of a short series of videos on a tool I wrote called Trespass, which is a password keeper. So Trespass is written in Python and should work on Windows, BSD, and Linux. I use Linux and I'm currently using Arch Linux, and the tool Trespass is available in the AUR. So to install it or to look for it, you just type in this. I use PackR. If you're an Arch user, there's many other ways to do this. Very simple to install on Arch Linux. It also can be installed through pip, so it's posted to PyPy as well. So let me bring up an Ubuntu machine and we'll show how to start that from scratch. Let me just log into this guy. So we'll need to do this as a soup user. So pip install, and then we'll look for Trespass. So Trespass needs some other code that it imports, such as the ability to do GPG and paperclip, which is the way I do copying of the passwords into the paste buffer. Okay, so we've now successfully installed Trespass, and I should be able to get the help file. Okay, so that's how we install it. The next step is we'll need to actually create keys for this guy. So if I try to do something like add or list the accounts, it's going to tell me that I need to initialize. So the next step, and this will be in the next video, is how to create those GPG keys, and that's going to be using a different tool, not Trespass. Once we've created those keys, we'll basically initialize Trespass with those two keys, and that's where your first two passwords will be needed, and that's the password you'll always need to remember to be able to use Trespass. The word Trespass basically is a play on words, so basically you have two passwords that you need to enter, and then he'll show you the third password, as in Tress. Okay, let's jump to the next video. Okay, so we've now got Trespass installed, and we need to initialize our Trespass. We're going to create two GPG keys, and I'm going to use the GPG tool with -- full gen key, and pretty much just going to pick the default. So RSA, going to choose 2048. So the more bits you use in the key, the harder it's going to be to crack, but also the slower it's going to be to generate and to use. I'm going to say no to I don't want this to expire, and here we just give it a name, give it an email address. So we say anyone at gmail.com. Add a comment, say this is my first key, and I'm going to say it's okay, and this will now ask me for my keys, the password for my keys, sorry, enter the passphrase, then I enter it again, it will check whether they're the same, and now it's going to take several minutes, depending on the speed of your PC and the number of bits you've set in the key to generate this. Once it's generated, you will get an ID for that key. Once you've done the first key, we'll then create a second key, because that takes several minutes. I don't want this to be a super boring video. We'll pause the video and then we'll come back when those are completed. Okay, so now we've created our keys, we can list the keys with this command, gpg-k, and we'll see we have two IDs. These are the IDs we need to add to Trespass. And to do that, we're going to use the init command and simply add the two keys. So now we should be able to ask Trespass to list our accounts. And of course, we haven't added any accounts yet, so that's blank.